Hello YouTube, what's going on? My name is Football Fanatic, and today I'm going to be talking about the Eagles 2019 and how they are going to make it back to the Super Bowl. So let's go back in 2018 when Nick Foles came in and won the game in Chicago, and then they lost to the Rams, and not the Rams, but they lost to the Saints. And you gotta think, it was 20-14. We could have won that game. The game was there. Alshon dropped it. Hey, no big deal. We made it far. We made it more than the analysts predicted. We weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. But that team, Carson Wentz was injured. We had cornerbacks from the practice squad on that team, and they made a huge impact on our defense. We lost Brandon Brooks. We were losing so many key players that were just hurting us. So let's go fast forward. We're in the 2019 season, and let me just bring this up.
Hello, XX Blacks Widows.
Acquisitions 2019. Let's look at the Eagles acquisitions and who they brought in. So first of all, let's scroll down all the way here. So first, they re-signed Brandon Graham. They give Jason Kelce a contract extension. They give Isaac Seumalo a contract extension. They signed back Jason Peters with a 1-year contract. And this is where the good news comes in. So last year, Tim Jernigan got injured, and he's been kind of iffy on the injuries, and we don't know what when we see him, we know he's a productive player. They bring in Malik Jackson to help the squad out. Don't have Jim Jernigan in there yet. And then they acquired Deshaun Jackson. And now just think of that. They got Deshaun Jackson, one of the, if not top, I don't know how to say this because they're going to think I'm being biased, but you guys got to admit, he's good receiver in the NFL. And when you give him a quarterback then throw the ball, he can do some damage to your team. You throw it out to him, he can do damage. And then they acquired, they traded away Michael Bennett, but in all honesty, we have Derek Barnett, so really we didn't even need him. And then we signed linebacker LJ Fort to a deal, and that's going to help in our depth this season because we've had a lot of injuries. And then we re-signed Ronald Darby. And just think about it. Look at the depth on our cornerback line. We got Darby, Mills, Avonte Maddox, Sidney Jones, Crayvon LeBlanc, and Rasul Douglas. That's a core right there. You've got so many key players in that core. And then they sign a backup safety. Free safety Rodney McLeod got injured last year. This will help greatly in this. See, the thing is here is that they're getting so many rotational players, and rotational players help so well if you're really trying to just win games. I mean, if you have rotational players that you know that are strong in the game, that can finish the game out for you, rotational players are great. And then they signed Vinny Curry back, another rotational player that would be beautiful in the line. They signed Richard Rodgers to a deal, a good rotational tight end. Acquired Jordan Howard, a very, very good running back. He is very good. Not top 5, top 10, but he falls in the top 15 line. And then this really doesn't matter. But then they bring in Nate Sudfeld again. And if you watch Nate Sudfeld in the 2018, the preseason, he showed flashes. Like, maybe there's a few bad plays, but that man showed something that he could be another Nick Foles. The guy, he's good. I watched his college tape, and he's actually a really good thrower. And he's very accurate with the ball. And then this is where the good stuff comes in. They bring in Tim Jernigan. Just think about that line. You got Fletcher Cox, Malik Jackson, and then you got Tim Jernigan. The rotation is just going to be overpowered. And then they got Andre Dillard, who is definitely going to replace Jason Peters when he retires. And when Jason Peters, he gets injured a lot. Andre Dillard will be a perfect thing to put in for the team. And then they get picks for the next season. And then with the 53rd overall pick, they selected a running back that will help their team even further. Running back, Miles Sanders. And then they brought in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a good receiver that can help in the rotation, behind Deshaun Jackson. And then at Sharif Miller with the 138th pick, another rotational player they can use. They selected Clayton Thorson, another okay player entering college, not the best, but could be a decent backup if needed. And then they exercised Carson Wentz's fifth-year option, but then they signed him to that big deal, so that doesn't even matter. They sign Zach Brown to a one-year contract. Very good linebacker. If he can stay healthy, man, you see good 100 tackles every single season. Beautiful sign. Blake Countless. He was on our team. He's okay backup. And they bring in some guys, sign their players, bring back Stefan Wisniewski, and then bring in Cody Kessler. They got such a good offensive line already. Got two backups already, Andre Dillard and Stefan. And Stefan could be put any position. He's really just an all-around type of player. You got a defensive line. Beautiful defensive line. You got Fletcher, Malik, you got Tim Jernigan, you got Brandon Graham, you got Vinny Curry, you have, Sharif Miller, you have Derek Barnett. What can you do? No running back can even test that line anymore. That's just going to be too much for any running back. And then you got your linebacking core. You got Nigel Bradham, Zach Brown, and Camus. I don't even know how to say his name, but the left outside linebacker, the weak linebacker. He played decent last year. He played okay. Zach Brown, he plays good every season. He's a very good linebacker you want on your team. And then you got Nigel Bradham, very good outside linebacker for your team. And then you look at your free safety. You got the new acquisition, Andrews. I don't know his last name, but Andrew. He played for the Vikings last season to back up Rodney McLeod in case he gets injured. And then you got Blake Countless to back up Malcolm Jenkins. And to be honest, look at the cornerbacks. You got 6 very talented cornerbacks in Rasul Douglas, Jalen Mills, Avante Maddox, Ronald Darby, and just a bunch of rotational players. And then you sign Carson Wentz to a deal. And a lot of people, I guess haters, say that he is overrated. But really, if you look at that 2017 season, he showed so much. He was going to be that MVP player until he got injured. The guy, he's a beast. If you if you just give him those targets he has, he doesn't have any injuries. That's a bold prediction. I don't care. Carson Wentz is going to be the MVP of the 2019 season and win the Super Bowl in the 2019 season. And then he's going to prove all those haters that say he never won a Super Bowl, and he's going to show them that he is capable of winning that Super Bowl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And just put your overall opinions in the thing. Not the thing. Just put them in the comments. And, I mean, we're probably going to get a first round bye. And you might say, oh, you're an Eagles fan, so of course you're saying this. In my honest opinion, you're going to call me biased. We have the best rotational players in the league. We're stacked at every single position. We are going to outnumber teams in the amount of overall, just rotations that we have, because we have so many decent players. And I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.